Here's more of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA.
Welcome back, Charleston, to the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show here on the Big Talker, 1250 WTMA. I'm your host, Brian Beatty, and we're talking this hour about the process of selling a house, start to finish, everything you need to know and the mistakes you need to be aware of so that you can avoid them and sell your home for the most money possible. So we just talked about kind of the difference between wanting to sell and needing to sell and how that impacts the decision-making process for sellers. You know, how are they going to approach that process? Yes, it's different. Is one better than the other? No, not necessarily. It's just a different way of doing things. And so I had mentioned, you know, a lot of folks think they need to go ahead and make a bunch of repairs before they get the real estate agent out to the property. And I'm here to tell you guys that before you start making a bunch of repairs to your house, before you think you need to make some renovations in order to sell your home for more money, please consult with a real estate agent. You know, it's not like the only thing we do is market properties and show homes and negotiate contracts. We are connectors. We know a lot of people in a lot of different businesses. We are in a people business. For agents like me, you know, we're doing 200 or so transactions a year. We have contractors out to our properties on a weekly basis, almost. We know the good ones. So lean on your real estate agent to provide you with those resources. We know how to save you money. And then on top of that, before you go writing checks or spending a bunch of your own time making repairs to a house, we can tell you what should be done, what needs to be done, and then what does not need to be done. And it's just a waste of time, and it's fine. I will tell you that for a lot of people out there, they think they need to do some renovations in order to sell their home for more money. And the reality is, a lot of what you're going to do to that house isn't going to create a return on investment. It is very, very challenging to put $1 into a property and expect $1 or more out of the property. There are certain ways to do it, but it usually costs a good amount of money in order to create additional value. If you think that your home is going to sell for $5,000 more, $10,000 more because you're adding granite countertops, I'm sorry, but that's probably not going to be the case. It depends on the neighborhood and the situation, of course, but before you start making a bunch of repairs and spending either a bunch of money or a bunch of time on that, ask a real estate agent. We are here to help. By the way, the more positioned your home is to sell, the quicker we all get through the process. So you accomplish your goal of selling quickly and for top dollar, and we accomplish our goal of accomplishing your goal, and we get to help other people do that. So don't make repairs before calling an agent. You know, we have connections that can help you save money. If you would like to speak with me about any sort of project you're thinking about doing around the house, either now or at any point in the future, you're welcome to call 843-345-1273. That's 843-345-1273. Or go to listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. And, you know, submit your information there. And I'm telling you guys, we have people for just about everything. And we're constantly monitoring that list. We only give you the best of the best. We're not going to just open up, you know, the white pages or do a Google search and fill a list of people that we haven't done business with before, because our reputation is on the line too. We're not going to put you in touch with someone that we would not use ourselves. So again, listingsincharleston.com. Now, let's fast forward. Let's talk about the interview process for just a moment here. You know, we talked earlier about the difference between a seller wanting to sell and a seller needing to sell. Well, I'm here to tell you that there are also real estate agents out there that want your listing, and then real estate agents out there that need your listing. And here's what I mean by that. We're in a market right now where there are very few listings available. Certainly when you compare it to a point in time when we had, 12,000 properties available for sale. We've got, let's just use round numbers. We've got about 5,000 properties available for sale right now. And we have, last I heard, close to 7,000 agents. I heard but have not verified that we are the second most saturated real estate market in terms of agent count per homes available for sale in the country per capita, something like that, some metric. I believe it. Don't get me wrong, but I haven't verified that. I can tell you, though, that it sounds about right. Charleston is a tight-knit community. There's always somebody that knows somebody, that goes to church with somebody, that's friends with somebody that has a real estate license. A lot of people are social in the South, not just in Charleston, but in the South in general. Everybody kind of knows what's going on. They're plugged in. And as a result, the people that are good at staying in touch with people and in building rapport with people do a good job of creating business opportunities for themselves. And that's fine. And that's all well and good. That's what they should be doing. But don't be fooled by the real estate agents that need your listing. If they want to sell let me just tell you what happens in the real estate world, okay? When we sit down, right around this time of year, maybe about a month or so from now, we're going to complete our business plan for next year, because anything that we put on the market is usually going to have about a 45 to 60 day sales cycle, meaning we're going to put it on the market. It's going to sit on the market for a little while, depending upon the area, and then it's going to go under contract, and then it's going to take 30 to 45 days for it to close. So really, it's more like 90 days from the time you start having a conversation with somebody until the time you can meet with them, until the time they sign the agreement, then you get the photos, then you get it on the market, and then you accept an offer, and then you go to closing. So we usually start our business planning right around now. And in order for me to sell a certain number of homes per month based on my conversion ratios, how quickly I sell my properties, what percentage of my properties actually close based on how many listings I take. If I want to sell X number of homes per month, I need to carry this number of listings on a monthly basis. If I'm short the number of listings I need, then I need to go out and get more listings so that I can sell a certain number of homes every month. So if someone's coming to you because they have to plug a hole in their business plan with your listing and hopefully sell it, then they're either going to be motivated to sell your home, or they're going to be motivated selfishly by their own numbers for listings that they need to carry just to put something on the board, because they're going to tell themselves, hey, you know what? If it doesn't sell, that's okay, because I know that for every sign I have in the yard, I get X number of buyer leads from it, and it only takes me X number of buyer leads in order to sell them something. It's all math. Sales is math. And sales is a game. And I said this last show. Sales is a game in which the person that provides the most value to the client wins. And the money you make is just one way of keeping score. But, a long time ago, it was not about the money for me anymore, because the money was good. I'm not concerned about the income. I'm concerned about the value and the experience that we provide. That's where we really excel, is in delivering an experience that fulfills what we said we were going to do when we first spoke with that client on the phone, when we met them at their home and sat at their kitchen table and said, this is what we're going to do to help you sell your home. And then we go out and we do it. We walk the walk. And the reason I'm saying this, by the way, is because there are agents out there that are very good at sales. Obviously, there are plenty that aren't. But when you're looking at real estate training, they're obviously teaching you to build rapport. Anybody that's in sales understands that you need to build rapport with people. I have rapport with folks that listen to my show on a consistent basis, but you understand my perspective. I'm not here to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. I'm actually here to take the wool off. I'm here to tell you what's going on in our industry so that you are better equipped to make decisions when it comes time to buy, sell, and invest in real estate. And so with rapport, it's going to happen. The rapport starts before they ever meet you. An agent, depending upon, and these are the good ones that understand rapport, but the agents that get this at a high level understand the general demographics within different areas of the Charleston Tri-County. And based on the type of person that typically lives in that community, when they show up to your home, they're going to be dressed like you. If it's a luxury community, they're going to wear a suit. If it's a starter community, they're probably going to just have a shirt tucked in, and they're not going to wear their fancy shoes. They're going to try to dress like you. And that's their perception of the types of folks that live in those communities. So, and I'm not making generalizations, by the way. I'm just telling you what they do. So they're going to dress like you. They're going to talk like you. They're going to sit like you when you're down at the kitchen table. If you put your elbow on the table and hand on your face, they're going to do the same thing. If you cross your legs, they're going to cross their legs. They're going to match your mannerisms. If you cuss a little bit, they're going to cuss a little bit. If you're a godly person, they're going to be a godly person. It is fascinating the lengths some people will go to influence you into a decision. And I tell you a very quick story. I was in Florida for a real estate conference several years ago, and some of the other kind of top dog real estate agents were there as well. And we all got together at his house, which was a beautiful house, a few $1 million. And we're eating, we're drinking, we're down at the pool, we're having fun, and I'm walking through his house with him. He's giving me a little tour, and he's got great art, except for this one piece of art on the wall. And so I asked him, what's the story with this? It's like this. It's like Asian art with a guy on a horse holding another horse, and it didn't fit anything in his house. And he's like, yeah, I was in a listing appointment with a seller, and she started talking about art, and we got off on this tangent, and so it was obvious that any agent she chose had to also be a fan of art. So I became a fan of art, and she said, well, here, I do art. What do you think of this? And he said, oh, I love it. And long story short, he ends up spending a few $100 to buy this random piece of art that he doesn't like, and it's on his wall at his house. It's a hilarious story, but it's also an indication of the lengths that some people will go through to get the business. I mean, he spent a few $100 on a painting that he didn't like and pretended to just to influence that seller's decision. Oh, well, he really likes my art. This is somebody that I could get along well with. And then, the next thing you know, they're working together, and he ended up selling her house, and it cost him a few $100 in the form of art that was really ugly, and maybe a little bit of pride, or an attack or a shatter to his integrity, his authenticity, if you will. And so when you interview agents, and they're doing a really good job of building rapport with you, you need to take a step back and just look for the people that understand your goals, that have a plan to accomplish them, and that has, accountability attached to their actions. The rest is up to you and what value you place on certain things. Maybe you're looking for somebody with that, that hunter-killer mindset. Maybe you're looking for somebody that's just really nice and just, it's so enjoyable, so great, and everything is dandy, and they never have a bad day, and it's all sunshine and rainbows. Or maybe you're looking for somebody that you can influence, and there are plenty of people out there that have serious control issues. Maybe you want someone that's just confident, not cocky, and they're going to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Whatever it is that you decide on, that's up to you. But the non-negotiables, in my opinion, when hiring somebody to help you sell your house are, do they truly understand what I'm trying to accomplish and the impact it will have on my life? I'm talking as if I'm the seller, by the way. Do they understand what is at stake if I don't accomplish my goals within a certain period of time? Do they have a track record of success with people in similar situations to me? Will they do what it takes to help me accomplish my goal? Do they care? And is there accountability attached to their promises? In other words, can I trust that they're going to do what they say they're going to do? Are they putting their money where their mouth is? If not, it's very hard to establish trust. because there are plenty of people out there that have been providing the public with white lies for so long that even they themselves believe it. You know, you tell a lie often enough, and it becomes part of your reality. And it's unfortunate that that is the way it is, but you have plenty of agents out there that are just, they throw a bunch of crap on their website and nobody verifies the information, and it's inaccurate. It's not true. Our industry has a major problem with the information in which we are providing the public that influences their decision. I'm telling you, it is a problem. It's a major problem. And there are plenty of websites that I've stumbled across. One in particular where, you know, I said, wow, that sure does look an awful lot like my website. And I didn't copy and paste mine from anywhere else. Reached out to that agent. I said, hey, can you do me a favor? Write your own copy on your own website, please. Take my information off of your website. Stop plagiarizing me, please. Thank you. But the point here is that when you're interviewing an agent, you need to look for somebody that you can hold accountable, somebody that can get the job done for you. Because let's be honest, you don't really want a friend, right? You're not here. This isn't a dating service. You're hiring a professional to help you accomplish a goal. The best kind of relationship with a real estate agent is a short one, right? You want to get from point A to point B smoothly, successfully, and move on with your life. So don't be fooled by the agent that does a really good job of kind of building this rapport, but does not give you a clear-cut, definitive plan to help you accomplish your goals. I've got more on this topic when we come back. This is the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show on the Big Talker 1250 WTMA.
It's the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show. Broadcast Saturday mornings at 9 and Sunday mornings at 10 on the Big Talker 1250 WTMA.